I feel the same way about coaches, too. Nothing drives me crazier than when an $8 million football coach
gets his feelings hurt.
Gets their feelings hurt because the person that's working their tail off 60 hours a week, whose gas, rent, food, utilities, everything, daycare, diapers, whatever, is 20, 30% more expensive than it was this time last year, doesn't spend $1,000 to take his family to your football game to play Middle Tennessee State. That irks me. Just how tone deaf these guys are when they complain about their fans not showing up to bad games.
Or when the head coach that's making $5 to $8 million goes after the media member that's making $37,000, who's just trying to do their best job to cover the team.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like something that you write or how you went about doing your job, and so he wants to try and, kind of block you out. I'm over that crap. Over it.
That would be a fantastic retort if media member asks a question, coach gives them some attitude about it, and the media member's like, you know what? You make $7 million a year. Sit there and answer my question.
Yeah.
You'll get over it. Go home and sleep on a bed of money. You'll be all right.
And I'll be honest, it would almost be better if the media member was like, you know what? Forget it. I don't even care if people know what I make. Hey, Coach, you may not like the question I asked. I make $35,000 a year. You make $5.8 million. I'm sorry if you don't like the question. I'm just trying to do my job. Might get a standing ovation from the other media members there if they've got a backbone.
Yeah, like my editor's making me ask you this question, and if I don't, I lose my job and I can't pay rent.
I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Well, but it's the truth. It's like, a lot of times it's like nobody wants to ask the negative questions because they know fans don't want to hear it, and they know the fans don't want to read it. You'd rather just be, hey, Coach, great win. Tell us what you did. But sometimes you have to ask those questions. And for a guy that makes $5, $6, $7 million a year to sit there and act like it's beneath him to ask why his star running back got a DUI, it's your job. My job's to ask the question. Your job's to answer it. Sit up there, buck up, be a man, and answer the question. Well, it's a simple answer. He was stupid. Next question.
Yeah.
Got me going there a little bit, Richard. Jeez.
Love it.
Chasing Columbus.
It is annoying.
You just don't walk into the football promised land that is Tucson, Arizona, and play well.
I would think the Pac-12 really disagrees with you over the last couple of seasons.
Said nobody in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, KJ, this is more for Gallo tomorrow at 6, but you're right. He says, sounds like politicians. I always get uncomfortable when a politician, specifically the leader of the free world, gets visibly angered at a reporter for asking a question. Like, you're the guy that I'm supposed to trust. Like, play hardball and negotiate with dictators around the world that want you destroyed, and yet Savannah Guthrie bothers you? Come on, man. Toughen up a little bit.
Now, in fairness, I got no use for media people that are looking for gotcha stories either.
Sure.
Right.
But if you're just doing your job and asking a question that somebody may not like because it's uncomfortable, that's fine. If you're trying to bait somebody into a soundbite or a bad take or put them into a spot where you can make fun of them publicly, okay, well, you're just as bad a person. Just go away.
I love this. This is like Festivus, but in July.
Yeah, but I'm
in a good way.
I don't know when this happened for me, but I'm over it. Right? I'm over coaches and players who think that because they are in an elevated position of importance, and by the way, that position of importance in which they feel elevated is created by fans. I'm tired of them talking down to fans. Yeah, Jerry Jones starts his press conference off yesterday with the Cowboys beat, and those guys and girls work really, really hard. I'm tired of what y'all are writing about our team and blah, 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 blah. Now, David Hellman told us yesterday, we love covering Jerry Jones because he gives us content. And most owners and most general managers don't.
But if you could ask a Cowboy fan, they'd be like, you know what? I'm tired of losing every year in the playoffs, despite the fact that you spend all this money on a bunch of players that aren't any good.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you would get that
while
response.
Charging me $100, never mind the cost of the ticket that's outrageous. I'm having to pay $80 to park a mile from the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody wants it both ways, right?
They do.
They want to be hard on other people but easy on themselves.
And the dollar amounts. You're asking when that changed for you. To me, it's the dollar amounts. When college football coaches were making a few $100,000, that's still a lot of money that I'll never see on an annual basis in my life. But that's different than $12 million. When Nick Saban quirks at a media member with his $10 million a year salary and everybody shares it, oh, look, Nick Saban's in midseason form. He got mad at a reporter for asking a look-ahead question when they're supposed to focus on Mercer. Ha, ha, ha. It's like $10 million in annual salary is absurd to me. I'm a capitalist. Make what you're worth. That's fine. But I have no sympathy nor anything towards somebody making that kind of money. And if a reporter annoys you, you're the fool, not the reporter. Not with how much money you make.
Is Nick Saban the coach you'd most like to see a media member clap back against?
Yes. Yep. Because they're so afraid of him. I don't know how he would respond.
Harbaugh deserves it.
Harbaugh was the other guy I was floating around in my head there while I was thinking. Saban, Harbaugh. Is there anybody else that's just like
Brian Kelly?
Yeah. I haven't seen Brian Kelly. Is he bad to the media?
Oh, yeah, he's been tough on him. Yeah, it was over an extended period of time. I mean, he also gives great insight at times. But yeah, he's had moments with media members.
Mullen had moments like that. So, you know.
Boy, Dan Mullen's another one I'd love to see somebody just shove it right back in his face. Don't act like you don't feel the same way.
Oh, I just said Mullen has had his moments with the media like that. I just said it. I think the words came out of my mouth.
Yeah, but then when I said something about Dan Mullen, you started smirking and giggling and
Richie
doesn't like Dan Mullen.
No, I'm laughing because I'm picturing Dan Mullen getting clapped back on. What'd you say?
Let me say it again so you can hear, Dan.
Well, that's why he would just storm out like he tried to do that one time when somebody was asking about injuries. He'd just get up and leave.